So we got the turn-on position. There's a daze here. Are you going to bring out the daze? It's going to set your whole land behind against the deck that plays sinkholes. Yeah, there we go. He's going to take.
Sometimes people just can't help themselves. I just want to show what a man they are.
What? And just spread the hand?
No, and just counter the spell.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is pretty good for Chris. He can lead with the turn 2 smallpox now, and Lewis is going to have nothing. Or him.
Him. Him will just wreck him here. Him is the game.
Something costs 2. It's a well, that's.
Does he have the option to him? Is he just we're having a Chris Addy constant?
Oh, nothing's happening. Oh,
there we go.
Oh, pack him up. Pack him up, Buttercup.
Okay, so flick. So he gets to keep a knight here at best.
Remember what I said about Pox? Sometimes it's going boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah, gets to keep a knight.
Oh, he's going to hierarch, I think.
Sorry for that. I'm just allergic to bullshit. Oh,
dried arbor. Smallpox.
Yeah.
Chris excitedly picks up his hand because I think he has the smallpox.
Yeah.
What's the order on smallpox? Is it land then creature or creature then land?
Creature then land. Oh, as in the thing.
Yeah, like can Lewis sack the dried arbor as the creature? Oh, irrelevant.
Like is he just
edict your land?
Yeah. All right. Get wrecked.
Yeah.
Him? Got a him?
Oh dear, this is.
What are you pitching?
Resistance is futile.
Pitching another wasteland. The game is over. Go to game 2? That was quick.
We're just going to quickly cut to the commentary box while they're sideboarding.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to take particularly long.
Hi guys, you're here watching the final of the Canberra Legacy League at Good Games Canberra.
I'm Jacob Dunn, this is Shane Svoboda.
Big shout out to Brad Scott for letting us stay till 5:44 PM, even though it's open till 12.
And Sneak and Show for coming down and filming for us.
And Simon Freiberg for staying here and judging.
Yep, and all of the players.
Because it's you guys that make the event and make it all possible.
Yeah. Alright.
So sideboarding, we've got
Chris Addy's going to be bringing in probably Spin into Darkness and the Abyss with Toxic Deluge.
I reckon Plague here. Plague on Human is pretty funny.
Engineered Plague, so he hits Noble Hierarchs.
Yeah.
Knight of the Reliquary.
Yeah. It's not hugely relevant. I mean, I think just watching that travesty, I've got the feels right now that Chris Addy's just going to be like
just rolling.
Just the juggernaut.
Yeah. So Chris Addy, I think, is going to just steamroll here. But I'd love to see the wild card come back. Alright, and Lewis's list is evading me, but I don't think he's got much for this particular matchup.
Yeah.
Also, so he's got the Sylvan Library, we know that. Hopefully he understands to bring that in. Sylvan Library, he may bring in the Rest in Peace after being wrecked by Crucible.
Yeah.
Leyline of Sanctity? Oh, yes, for those.
Yeah, Leyline of Sanctity.
Here's an option where we're going to see overboarding, potentially. Thrun's okay.
What do you take out with the ley lines?
What do you take out?
If you bring in ley lines, what are you taking out?
Four Swords Flash, yes.
Yeah. That works.
I'd probably also take out the Jace, because it's just not going to happen.
Not happening today, son.
I'd play Sylvan Library. I don't think Scoos is necessary. It's a creature.
Leyline's interesting.
Because it'll stop the...
Everything.
No, it won't stop smallpox. It doesn't stop sinkhole.
It doesn't stop smallpox or sinkhole, but that's it.
But it stops
or innocent
Lily.
blood. Innocent blood still.
Yeah, it hits
relevant.
Lily, Innocent Blood.
Well, Lily kind of. I mean, you can still... No, it doesn't hit Lily.
You can just roll up. No, you can't make
Lily
them sacrifice them.
Lily ulti,
and you can't make them sacred creatures. So it just makes them roll up.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we're going to see a Rest in Peace, Leyline of Sanctity, and some stuff. So Lewis actually has a lot. That's probably why it's taking a while.
Yeah, he's putting his board in, and then he's trying to figure out what he's actually taking
Shuffles
out.
the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay.
What else? Does he have? The humility is irrelevant. Yeah, there's not much else.
There's not much else that's going on. I think it's funny. I mean, they must be taking a long time to sideboard at this rate.
Yeah.
So we're going to have deck lists and results up on Sneak and Show.
Yeah, on Sneak and Show.
Yeah, we'll put them on ozeternal.com. .com. Sorry,
.com.
that's,
Yeah, ozeternal.com.
my website, and I don't even know the URL.
We'll have Sneak and Show. We'll have. Is there anywhere else? That's probably enough.
And Twitch is going to be recorded. So if you've missed any of the earlier matches, you can check it out on Sneak and Show's Twitch channel.
And we'll probably the Sneak and Show website.
Yeah, they'll be pasting together highlights and some of the earlier matches as well, so that should be good.
Yeah, you can see Dylan Kakawa's amazing bluff and Jim Wilkes misclick.
Yeah,
hashtag the Jim Wilkes misclick.
Yeah.
Okay, and we've got a
match on game 2 of the final.
And they've both kept 7. Leyline of Sanctity starting in play. Yes.
Ah dear.
Misty, Crack, what do we bring out? And a Hierarch. Alright, how much is that going to impact Chris's hand?
Not very much if he's got an instant blood draw, but then Days is an issue. So, I mean, this game could put Chris back a lot.
Because of the Leyline of Sanctity opening? Because potentially he's got...
a natural 7 keep with Leyline's pretty rough.
Curse Scroll.
Curse Scroll's good here.
It's going to take a while to get online.
Curse Scroll's an interesting win condition. I mean, you see it in a lot of the older Pox lists. It's kind of fallen out of favour, though. But
it's reasonably slow. I think it's
mind it. Like, it hasn't been too bad.
It's a card that was so good that it was once pointed in Highlander, so it's up there.
I used to play in the Curse Scroll era, man. I had a red deck with 4 Wastelands.
This is what's going to punish him. The Leyline of Sanctities that he's going to draw.
Yeah.
So...
I had a deck with 4 Wastelands, and the Wastelands cost $2, but I couldn't afford the Curse Scrolls until a lot of saving.
So here we go. Okay, how much were they?
Like $20. And this is back in, 2000. So absolute fortune.
Rest in peace, here we come. Did he not keep a card from the Brainstorm? I think he's not kept a card from the Brainstorm. He's put all 3 cards back.
Fantastic.
Solid effort. And they're not allowed to check with us to come in to find out. I'm very sure that he's kept a card.
Yeah, try checking.
Yeah. You're not allowed to check on the thing. If he has the Rest in Peace in hand, I'm pretty sure...
Oh God, why would you board in Rest in Peace here?
Because it hit. Because he.
You are right about this being a case of overboarding.
Yeah.
I mean, Rest in Peace can catch you back up. Like, for example, if you manage to play... like, your removal is plows. That's how you're getting rid of the factories anyway, so you're not really worried about him crucibling them back. So you're boarding in 2 Rest in Peace.
Well, you're boarding out the swords.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I guess.
So your Wastelands are the removal, and you want the Rest in Peace to stop your opponent from having the crucible.
I don't know. I just feel like he's overboarded here.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
So potentially, we're looking at how many cards. Can Fry check the top number of cards from his deck? I guess we can't actually help out, though. Solid effort.
This is like soccer, no video refs. We should make Magic like rugby league. The video ref should approve any decision made by the table judge.
Yeah. So are they counting the number of cards? I think that's what's going on. Okay, so he's looking at the cards. Is he taking the top 3? Because if he's taking the top 3, Fry's better than that. Top 2. Okay. We have a decision. We're all good.
And Chris is just sitting there going, I just want to kill you. It's smallpox. Hurry up.
Yep. Smallpox is each player, so it doesn't target again. I wonder if we brought in the Venser just to try for the Caracas again. See, I was thinking you could play Venser main in this. I mean, it's potentially a bit greedy, but...
No, there's nothing wrong with it, really. I mean, you know what would be a funny thing to board in? Counterbalance.
Your 3-drops, not 2-drops.
I just want it to be a Stoneblade deck, I think.
Yeah.
And dirtling about with sinkholes. I really don't like sinkhole.
Okay, so...
Does somebody want to buy 4 Judge Foil sinkholes? I can piss you up.
I'm sure we can arrange to get those as the prizes.
Oh,
sorry, guys.
That'd be the wooden spoon.
I'm sorry, guys. Alright, so here we go. We've got Rest in Peace. Because it's not going to do much.
Yeah, I think he's realising
it
that
just
now.
hits
It's
the
just
Crucible.
like, I could cast Rest in Peace. Oh, wait.
It hits Crucible. Alright, well, he didn't cast anything. Oh, he's leaving it so that he'll wasteland the Caracas?
Maybe he can.
Sinkhole the Caracas? Where are you going with that? And the rest in peace is an extra card in hand. You can't steal the cards from your hand. How many dead cards have you got, Chris? There we go. See, there's a reason to play Rest in Peace. Right there.
Hi, Mr. Nether Spirit. I'm annoying.
He did keep in the swords. What did he take out? Brainstorms?
Oh, good.
Okay, so Swordsing. Instead of the factory.
It's got wastelands for the factory.
Yeah, he does. He's got one in hand. This is going to be exceedingly long and painful.
Oh well, game 3 should be fast if there is a game 3.
Batterskull to the victory. Batterskull will get there. Because there's nothing that Chris can do about it. He can Innocent Blood, but it's eventually going to get there. The Curse Scroll's going to start killing off that Hierarch, and so I'd actually just try and get my stuff in play. You're thinking about wastelanding and you want to get to the Batterskull, but he's going to kill your Noble Hierarch. I mean, you've got a lot of cards in hand. But he hasn't played an Innocent Blood yet. There's a lot of stuff he hasn't played. You're hoping he just has dead cards. That makes life hard.
Remember, True Name Nemesis is a thing.
It is.
But, you know, Chris has got so many edict effects that he can get over the top and deal with True Name Nemesis quite
Having
easily.
to explain the oracle wording of the Abyss.
Who did borrow the Abyss off?
Chris has actually invested in Legacy and bought almost this entire... I believe he owns his entire deck.
What a champion. I like to hear that.
He's also got 25 Masks lands, foils, for his thing.
Borry's boyfriend Scott's also going out and getting an Abyss for Highlander for his Grixis control deck.
Yeah, I think Avan's also doing it.
Yeah, I put him on Grixis and he loves it, so that's good. Well, he put himself on Grixis, I just showed him the Abyss and he was like, whoa!
We've got someone in the Highlander League who's aiming to cast Cruel Ultimatum as many times as they can in their deck.
I just want to say that at this point in the Highlander League, decks I've built for people are currently 7-0.
Oh yeah, Shane just wants to rub himself against something.
Yeah, just making the right calls, right decisions.
Yeah. How are they 7-0?
I've built a lot of decks for people.
No, but they're even numbers.
4 decks. Someone hasn't finished their last round, or I haven't got the result yet. Hannah told me one of the results, but not a second one.
That means she lost. They don't have to tell you if they lost. Alright, here we go. Have we got anything relevant happening?
I haven't checked. I've been busy.
So we've got the Wasteland. He's hoping to get to the Batterskull, but the Batterskull's not going to do anything. You need to get to the True Name Nemesis. And then the Innocent Bloods are going to be what's going to battle it. It's going to be Wasteland versus Factory.
Oh. Double scroll.
Having that rest in... Well, it can't do anything.
I know, it can't do anything, but it's got to...
So you've got to cast this Rest in Peace to stop Crucible of World being your downfall.
Well, it's going to come out eventually.
Well, there's no point not to cast it this turn.
Well, he's really indecisive. I don't know why.
He's... Nope, not playing Noble Hierarch, nope.
Chris Addy going to naturally deck his opponent now.
Because Chris is on the draw. Chris will go out first. Oh, fetch lands. All right,
Fetch
there we
lands,
go.
Yeah.
Not the first time fetch lands will lose someone to Game of Magic.
It's quite funny because by the time he gets a True Name Nemesis, Chris is going to have an edict effect. So I feel like this is a real cripple fight where neither party can actually advance their win condition.
Okay, here we go. We have something, actually. There's a Jace.
AJ's.
Yeah, here we go.
Which
we potentially should have bought it out. So it really depends on Lewis's boarding skill. Yeah, there's not much. Jace Throne.
Oh, we got a hand. Is that a deluge?
Yes.
And an innocent blood. Oh, I think the deluges are a bit of an overkill here. I mean, Do you really want to play a million billion life to kill another reliquary when you're going to keep the board clear anyway? I mean, I guess Trino Nemesis is scary, but you've already got so many answers.
Well, the thing is, it's 1 life for the Trino Nemesis, so it's fine.
Yeah.
We're going draw go here for a while, guys.
Yeah, probably the next 10 turns until Lewis actually gets a Jace.
We're going to F6. There's only 1 Jace in the list.
20 turns.
Okay, draw go.
Just waiting for another factory.
We got a win con. No,
it looks like a sinkhole or something. Or maybe a him if he decided not to cast it. He just realised that. And here's one reason why I like Abrupticate's main and one Maelstrom Pulse.
Okay, there we go.
And Leyline of Sanctity is a very rare board card, so it's not really with respect to
Deed.
Yeah, Deed's good.
Factory, yes, the beats are back on. Present WinCon. Swords going up 2 life. Continuing the slow crawl towards white hair.
It's a GSC, it looks like.
Yep. So
GSC for night. He's going to fire it off anyway, just cause. Like, maybe if he can play 2 creatures, he can get into some beats that way.
He's got fetch lands for Dryad Arbor.
Yeah.
So he's going for 2 for the Pride Mage.
Oh, the Pride Mage.
The Sloan Pride Mage.
Good on you, Pride Mage. Doing your job.
Did the Green Sun Zenith make it to the graveyard there?
You know, it's funny, but I would have actually held the GSC and just eventually gone for night, fetched a Dryad Arbor to dodge the effect.
There's an Innocent Blood and Toxic Deluge that he knows about.
Yeah, I guess he's got so much removal. You can't even play around it like that, can you?
No. It's one of those matchups where you do have to just throw stuff at the table until it sticks. Thankfully, the Abyss is gone. The Nether Void is completely irrelevant, even if you did keep it in with the double Wealth Enchantment.
Drawing a little land there, Lewis.
Been looking at World Enchantments. Into the Eye of Chaos.
Into the Eye of Chaos, yeah, that's a good one. I like that card. That's one that doubles the cost of instants and interrupts, right? Yeah, that's a cool card.
Yeah. Batterskull. So we're going to remembering our trigger and then losing the thing.
Oh, wow.
Then he's going to crack for a forest and equip and attack for 6 and then lose the Dryad Arbor.
One gets damage in.
Well, there's that Wasteland.
Yeah, he's still going to tap the waste. How many cards does he have in hand at the moment?
He's going to Wasteland the Caracas. After having seen the Dryad Arbor beats multiple times. Fetchland Dryad Arbor, here we come. If we were putting money on it before, I would not have put Bant in the final.
Why are we just durdling here?
Sinkhole?
Yeah, he's trying to get out cards from his hand to turn on Curse Scroll. Smallpox.
But he doesn't realise that the Innocent Blood just kills it. Or the... Oh, because of the Fetchland. Okay. That's why he's concerned. Because the Innocent Blood for the Fetchland. I just finished talking about it. Why doesn't he cast the Toxic Deluge? Because he still takes damage? So he casts the Innocent... He casts Smallpox.
Yeah.
Yep. And then he's going to go get the Dryad Arbor.
No.
That's potentially wrong to get the Dryad Arbor anyway. Oh, no. It's just not getting it. Did he play the Dryad Arbor? No?
No, now Chris is going to get the scroll turned on soon, so...
Leyline of Sanctity's in play. It's not going to do anything.
Kills a Dryad Arbor.
Oh, yeah, sure. Which is why potentially having fetched the Dryad Arbor.
Like last turn, you could have just bashed in for 5 damage, but, I mean...
It was going to last a turn. Well, actually, no, the Abyss is gone, so the Dryad Arbor, had he cracked it in response...
Well, we would have got Innocent Blooded away, that's the point.
We would have got Innocent Blooded...
But then if he kept playing creatures, he would have...
He's just realised the Dryad Arbor.
Oops. Oopsie dangle.
So we're going to see a Curse Scroll here?
Yeah, Chris is just trying to try and mise on the Curse Scroll.
Yeah, in response to the Blind Equip. Because...
I hope he names the Abyss, that'd be really funny. Like, naming bullshit bluff cards with Curse Scrolls is always really hilarious. Well, what do you think's the funniest, nastiest card you can bluff here with?
Like, in this particular instance?
Yeah.
Death Cloud.
Death Cloud! Or Pox. Pox!
So Death Card's actually seeing play in Chris Addy's Highlander deck,
Yeah.
and it just wrecks you. You don't have the ability to deal with it. Once he does it for 3, the
Curse
game's
Scroll,
over.
name actual Pox.
Yep.
What's he naming?
Okay, he's naming a real card. He's only got 2 in hand. So he's going to name the Innocent Blood because it's the one he's already seen.
Okay.
Oh, 3 cards, 3 cards.
Blood, of course, yeah.
Roll a dice. 5. So this one? It is the Dark Ritual, not the Innocent Blood. Why did he hold that? Why did he not cast that and let him curse Scroll again? It doubled his chances. More than doubled. So 1 in 3, as opposed to...
It's just like people like losing at Magic sometimes.
What is it? 1 and 2, and then miss 1 and 2, so it ups your chances to 3 and 4.
So I think Lewis. Yeah.
3 and 4 for Curse Scroll, as opposed to 1 and 2, and now you lose the game.
No, he bloods away the Dried Arbor, but I mean, like.
Oh yeah, you didn't have the ability to equip and do the thing. Smallpox.
Whatever.
Do they lose? So it's card, creature,
Land.
yeah?
Card, creature, land, looks like. And
Land from your
this is where you see all the land destruction effects just become worthless with Pox.
Well, now he just needs to bounce the...
Well, now he's tapped out of his Curse Scroll. The problem is if Lewis plays a creature and equips here.
No, he doesn't need to play an equip. He needs to bounce the battle
Well,
scroll.
he can't equip now. Actually, that's interesting.
He doesn't need to. He just needs
Yeah,
to
just
play
needs to play and bounce. So maybe what Chris needs to do is just keep him off land. So he can't do that nonsense.
and then go for the mill 1 card at a time.
Oh
God. Does he have win cons left in his deck? He's got factories.
He's got 1 Nether Spirit and 2 factories, I think.
Yep.
There's
a rest in peace.
They're the only live win cons. 1 Nether Spirit and 2 factories.
Okay. Ponder.
Not a land.
So waiting for a true name here is pretty good. None of those are land? Yeah, we're just shuffling.
Noble Hierarch, something.
Yeah, we're just shuffling.
The question is, can Chris
Noble
get through...
Noble Hierarch Scoos.
Scoos is pretty good.
And not with the rest in peace in place, not.
No, it's pretty terrible with the rest in peace in place, isn't it? Touche. Yeah, I wonder.
I would have voted the Scoos out for the rest
I wonder
of
if Chris can actually hit all of
cards in
Lewis's land.
No, I reckon...
Like, lock him out of casting Batterskull by getting his land. All of it.
Lock him... Oh, he can't take the cards anymore. Pox you, smallpox you.
Sinkhole.
Yes!
It's good to
The
take.
sinkholes that you hated so much. Can't take the Caracas. Why?
Oh, the
Are you scared of Jace?
No, he's just trying to put him off blue if he's got another... Gosh, Lewis can't have too many lands left.
No, with 20 lands in his deck and 9 fetches.
He's out.
Oh, yes!
He is out. He's sacked a Windswept Heath.
No. So there was
might
a
have
He's still got
a basic island.
basic island left, which means he doesn't have enough lands in his deck left to cast the. He's just got to land Stoneforge after Stoneforge
Or
and
Hierarchs. But like some of the Hierarchs have died as well, so we're in a bit of trouble here. This is truly
Is there
the cripple fight of the century.
Is there an Urborg in Chris's list?
Yeah, there is.
There is?
I've seen it before.
Yeah, 3 Urborgs.
Do not play Urborg.
There we go. We're going to time. That's good on Lewis. Worked out that he's not winning that. He's going to mill 1 card at a time to death.
No, that's match, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It's 0-2. Scooped. I believe Lewis has to head off, but he was definitely not winning that.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
one.
Chris Addy is the winner of...
Yep.
yeah.
No outs. All right, so Chris Addy is the winner of the Top Eight Legacy.
Canberra Legacy League.
So we're going to do interviews with Lewis and Chris.
Yeah, yeah, it works.
Yep. I know Lewis has to head off shortly, so we should do Lewis.
You bring in Lewis,
Yeah.
and I'll talk to Chris.
Okay, sure.
So let's just do Lewis first. You can have a chat to him, and then we can talk to Chris, wind it up.
Yep. Lewis can't. Lewis has to go. So we're just going to do Chris.
Okay. Well, I'll let you do, Chris.
Okay, sure. Coming in the top?
That's the plan. I have to apologise that I'm quite ill though.
That's okay.
No, you're right.
Yeah, he's got the pox.
I do. It's quite a secret. Man, this is a weird room.
It is. Just want to close the door?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So this comes with
Okay, so we're back with Chris Addy, winner of the Canberra Legacy League, the first Canberra Legacy League. We're going to have more. It's Chris. He has the pox at the moment, so he's actually sick.
Yeah, I should apologise. Quite unwell. As you can tell from the voice.
Yeah, both our finals, Lewis was also sick, claiming to be. Don't worry, Glenn. And yeah, so we've got your list here, and Lewis could have played Hierarchs and things, but yeah, he was pretty well dead.
I think, honestly, it was my best possible matchup in the top 8 was to play Lewis. I was really hoping that I would play Lewis, and to play him in the finals was pretty good luck for me. Even with his hate stacked sideboard, where he drew all his sideboard hate, it was hard for him to win.
Yeah, and I think he took out his True Names, which may have been the error in the end after putting in the Leylights. We thought he overboarded potentially with the Rest in Peace.
Maybe.
And
I think
he left in Scoos and a couple other cards that we saw through his Brainstorms and Ponders.
True Name doesn't... True Name is just an expensive creature against box, pretty much.
Well, that's the thing. With the Leyline, you can only smallpox it. You can't... Oh, you can Instant Blood it as well,
And
actually.
and Liliana it. So I have 12 main deck
You
answers.
can't Liliana it.
Oh,
Not
true,
with
true.
the
I can't.
Leyline.
Not with the Liliana, yeah.
Yeah, but so there are a number of things
Smallpox
that
and
you
Innocent Blood, yeah.
did. Yeah. You played that one much better than the others, and you've actually made the least number of mistakes today.
Yeah, I definitely played really badly in the first round. I think in the second round I played okay.
Yeah,
I think
it's just the factories. But no,
Yeah,
we've had a lot of people make a lot of mistakes today, and
I think that's going to happen because
it's pressure.
No, because we're playing a top 8 without having just played a big tournament. So it's just like you just go straight into it. I always play mistakes in my first round, and now the first round is the quarterfinals, which is odd.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Did you cut? Sorry, why did you not take the Caracas off him? That was something that we saw. With all the Wastelands, he left the Caracas. Why were you trying to take blue?
Well, I don't know. I just figured that he wasn't going to get very much. I mean, is he playing Vanillion Click? Is Vanillion Click in his list?
Benser is in his list.
Benser in his list? Yeah, I figured I would hit the Caracas eventually, but
yeah,
I don't know, I was more scared of, he was on a lot of lands. I wanted to cut him off from, hard casting Force of Will, because I really want to grind him out of value. I figured the blue was just more valuable than the bouncing, which he didn't. He had nothing to bounce at the time.
Yeah.
So
did you deliberately meta your deck? You played in the first round. You played against Tim, who was second in the standings, and you played Bug. And I know you guys tested a lot. Did you deliberately meta your deck?
Well, I didn't actually deliberately meta it. It was funny. I have a funny story with that. With the Tim matchup there, which is that we playtested heaps, not because we were trying to get our decks optimal for the top 8, just because we like playing Legacy. And we found that pre-board I was probably favoured, but post-board it favoured Tim. So I adjusted my sideboard to fix the match. And then that was the deck list I submitted. And I drew the sideboard cards that won me the match in game 2 against Tim. Yeah. So I wasn't playing Toxic Deluge.
Yeah.
Even though obviously Toxic Deluge got countered, that was a really pivotal turn where I played the Toxic Deluge. Tim had to counter that, and then in response to him getting a land with Deathrite, I was able to kill it with the 3 cards in my library with the Spinning Darkness. And that really turned game 2, because it was a huge tempo play because he had to daze, so he lost the land, and then he lost the other mana source.
Yeah.
So he was down to 1 land.
And that just set him back.
It set him back too far, and I could lock him out. So previously I didn't have the Deluges. I put 1 Deluge main and 2 in the sideboard, and they were really good.
Yeah. They were good all day.
But I didn't actually. The reason I was playing Pox, to be honest, was that I really like destroying lands.
Yep.
As you know.
Yeah. We've said we said that you're playing Pox in every format.
Pretty much. And I just enjoy playing Pox. I also wanted to play a deck that I could collect easily. Yeah. And is not very expensive. Yeah. So I didn't need any proxies, which is cool.
We were talking about the when you named the Curse Scroll when you had the 3 cards. So firstly, you had the Dark Ritual was what you hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you'd cast that, you could have.
That was in his turn. It was in response.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Cast the Dark Ritual.
I could have cast the Dark Ritual.
Activated both of your Curse Scrolls. Naming the other card.
I think it made not much difference. No, it basically made it affected the life swing. Yeah. Which I think is going to have no impact on the game.
The reason it actually came up was at that point we were seeing, because you had 3 cards in hand, we were thinking about what's the Trolleys card. You do it, you can try and kill this guy, or you can just try and troll him, and name the Trolleys card you could, and I was Deathcloud. It's in your Highlander deck. Name Deathcloud.
You're right, I actually should have cast Dark Ritual. It wasn't really doing much. I was kind of holding it as fodder for Liliana, because if I drew a Liliana, I wanted to be able to keep up the multiple sacrifice things.
It doesn't do that when he has a Leyline in play.
That's true. Yep.
We talked about that. Yeah.
I was misplaying.
Yeah.
I was misplaying. I should have just got stuck.
Were there any matchups in the top 8 that you were seriously concerned about, having seen what people were playing now?
I playtested against Miracles. I think it's not the worst, but it's like it probably doesn't favour me. I definitely wanted to.
Yeah, so
just because I can't beat it like a Resolve Jace.
Red deck?
That would have been unbeatable.
That would have been unbeatable?
I hadn't prepared for it at all. I don't think we even interact. Like, we just play on different axes.
Yeah.
Like, my deck's like all creature removal, and he just doesn't play creatures and just burns me out. I don't think there's any way I can race him, because even if I grind him out to nothing, his top decks will still beat me. Because I can't possibly kill him fast enough and have no way to gain life.
Yeah.
So red deck would have been miserable. I'm really glad I didn't play that.
Yeah, that was the prediction that me and Shane had for the final at the beginning of this. That it was going to be you playing red deck, based on the way pairings were going to go out.
Right.
So that was one we were really interested to see, but Lockie drew 4 Fire Blasts.
That was a miserable draw. I feel like that matchup maybe slightly favours him.
It does favour him. He picked red deck because it favours him across all of his matchups as he would go down the line.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah,
all I knew was that there was going to be Miracles, Bug Delver, and that band list that Lewis was playing. And I figured I was slightly favoured with Bug Delver, and I was pretty favoured with the Bant list.
Yeah.
And Miracles, I was like, it's not the worst. I had 3 Pithing Needles in my sideboard for Miracles.
Right, yep. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Pithing Needle was very good against them. I playtested a bit, and I found, like, if you get an early Pithing Needle, or if you draw 2 Pithing Needles, you're really probably favoured, because you can name Top and Jace.
Do you know what you want to do? Now, since you've already bought your entire Legacy deck...
I'll probably get a Bayou for my Highlander deck.
For your Bayou for your Highlander deck?
Or I might, because that way I can also slowly work towards playing Jund and Loampox in Legacy. Because the only cards I'm missing for Jund and Loampox are
head
lands.
Towards Vintage with Dark Times, or maybe Workshops, because that's the other deck that just destroys lots of lands? I mean...
Workshops are... I think the problem is that I don't need that many cards to play different Legacy decks.
So, yeah.
I'm a long way from playing any Vintage deck.
Okay.
And then, like... It would cost me too much money and respect of my girlfriend to invest to invest into Vintage.
Okay.
What do I do?
At this
it's a
point.
sweet format. Yeah, maybe later. Maybe if I win like a bajillion more leagues. That's the plan.
That's the plan.
I'll win all the leagues.
That was the plan.
I honestly did not expect to do very well in this league.
Secret started the league in order to get to the point where Canberra has a community that we can have leagues with Mox prizes so that I can win my
That'd be great.
Moxes.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have a whole deal with the girlfriend where you can only win them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you can go for that.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Pick up some Moxes. I think it's ridiculous that they're 3 points at Highlander, but that's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah. Anyway, but we'll be back with the top 8 for... Well, hopefully you'll be back and I'll be back for the top 8 of our Highlander League.
First week of the Highlander League, so
yeah.
That's good.
That's good to hear. And then your deck's actually really rough for me to beat, and I'm going to have to work out what to do, because it's Pox again, and it's a much nastier Pox, because Pox in Legacy, there are things you can do about it. In Highlander, you have less stuff.
Yeah, well, more, like, possible cards, but less consistent answers.
Yes, and you just have all the edicts still, and all of my creatures go away, and all of my mana still
and I get to
away.
play Death Cloud. Just X equals 4 is, like, the most I can ever have, most fun I can have playing Magic.
Not X equals 5?
I think that's a bit unreasonable. I think there's very few cases where my opponent's going to have 5 lands in play.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have...
Like, enough lands to sack for that?
Yeah. I'm not playing much ramp, so I have to manually play out a bajillion lands.
Yeah. So you bought your deck because of the Legacy League, right? Because you wanted to play Legacy a combination?
Yeah, I go to GPs and there's always a Legacy event on day 2, so I figured it'd be nice.
So you planned on not making day 2s of GPs?
Although the last GP I went to, I did make day 2.
Yeah.
I guess.
Cool.
Yep. Oh, we'll be sorting out cards in just a moment. Alright, we're probably going to thank people, so thank Shane for being our third-party pairer.
Thanks, Shane.
Thank all of the people who competed in our league. Thank Fry for judging for free.
Thanks, Fry.
Thank...
Wait, judging for free?
No, he's not judging for free. No, he's not. Thank Brad for hosting. Sneak and Show for coming down to film. George and Marco have been great about it. They came down, they drove 7 hours straight.
Wow.
A little bit their fault because they kept missing the McDonald's, but also driving 7 hours straight is a big thing for them.
Melbourne.
Yeah, they drove from Melbourne to be here. And they set up all the camera stuff. You can do Melbourne in 4 hours.
Don't go with Jacob.
So Brad for helping us in this wonderful store. Even if we are in a storage closet, and we have been handing out soy milk throughout the day. Thanks very much, Brad. Remember, there's a sale here at Good Games. They're an end of financial year. Come in, buy HeroClix, X-Wing, Dungeons & Dragons, Magic, all that stuff. And there's the M15 pre-release, where you can play as Garruk or with your sealed pool. There's a lot of stuff happening here. Posted? The results are being posted on Oz Eternal with the top 8 lists and a meta breakdown, as well as on Sneak and Show, and the streaming, in case you missed any of the early stuff and want to go back, will be on the Sneak and Show website and on the Twitch channel. Thanks very much. I'm Jacob Dunn.
Chris Eddy.
Shane.
Thanks for having me, Jacob.
So yeah, we're here at Good Games Canberra, in case that wasn't clear. That's where you need to come for the end of financial year sale.